Hi guys, today I'm going to film a get ready with me. I've got my sister-in-law's baby shower, so I'm getting ready for that because you guys really requested to have a get ready with me, and I've never really done one where I'm speaking because I find it really hard to concentrate. So I'm going to try today and hopefully you get to see my look at the end. So first I'm going to just hydrate my skin, and I'm actually using, I'll show you what I'm using. So it's actually this avocado oil from Aldi, which is like £3.50, and I use it every day. I have for like the past 2 years, and I've just put it into my Body Shop, probably can't see, my Body Shop vitamin E oil bottle, just because it's easier and I can travel with it and stuff. So yeah, just a few drops of that. It's quite yellow in colour. And I just put this all over my face. It's really good with marks. I've got like a couple here and here, and it like doesn't happen overnight, but over time like helps get rid of them. So I just really push that into my skin. It absorbs quite quickly. I've just showered as well, so my skin's really ready to soak up some moisture. And then I'm just gonna put some like face cream on, which helps just absorb as well. And this is really good for like my skin type. It's actually a cream from India. I don't know what's in it, but I've been using it for years and it's really good. I get it made at, well, my sister does, and I rob hers. It's like a special eczema cream. I don't actually have eczema, but whatever they put in it works really well for my skin, and it's not greasy or anything. So I make sure I put that on always before I apply makeup. Okay, so now I'm just going to try and cover up a few marks. I tried out this Huda Beauty glass effect the other day for a photo shoot I had, and it was really good. My skin was like completely all even and clear, and that's because I've been drinking lots and lots of water. My skin is at a really good stage right now, so the texture was really good there. What I'm going to do is mattify my skin a bit. So obviously I've put on my moisturiser, but something I'm going to use, which is a really good mattifying primer, is actually Nivea Men Aftershave. Like, it's the sensitive balm one. So I'm just going to put a bit of that onto my fingers, into like my shiny areas. I really like using my hands, and my bathroom is just there, so I always like run around and wash them because I've got a bit of OCD. Okay, so that's it. I can already feel it like not dry, because this is like quite moisturising, but just that texture is getting a bit more like powdery. Okay, so next what she did was, after like hydrating her skin and stuff, she like, Huda this is, like used a concealer to obviously conceal her areas, but to conceal her nose she did this trick where she used this like fancy colour brick thing concealer, because it was a sticky consistency. Now I don't have that, but I do have this concealer which I really like from Iman Cosmetics, and I got sent this. MAC is also very similar, like the pot of MAC concealer, so it's quite dry but sticky. I just put that all over my nose because it helps the contours stay. And I don't like to have too much foundation, and it's not like a wedding or something today, it's just a bridal shower, baby shower even. So I'm not like putting heaps and heaps of foundation on. I actually prefer to use concealer in the areas that I've got marks. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do today, and not really use foundation. Where are my concealers? Oh, they're in this drawer. I've had a bit of switch up. It's just the Maybelline anti-erase ones, and I use two shades. I've got Buff and Nude. A Nude I'm going to put underneath my eyes here because it's slightly lighter. And it looks light when you first put it on, but actually when it oxidizes I find that it goes like to a really nice like skin tone. That is mine. I've just got some areas that have got like red patches or just like marks. Normally I would do my eyebrows first, but in Huda's tutorial she did them last because she was like, she put a lot of product on her face, and it all got into her eyes and eyebrows and things like that. Hopefully that's not going to happen today, but I'm still going to do it last because I actually dyed them yesterday with the Maybelline Tattoo Brow, so they look pretty even. And it looks like I'm putting a lot on my face, but these little sponges are really good at like stopping product from bleeding out. So I'm just working it into my face rather than like smearing it around, so just dotting it. And I think I'm happy with the areas I've covered. Like you can see kind of my skin's a bit patchy where I haven't put any on, which is okay because I'm gonna like just blend it out because I don't want to look too cake facey. And my nose obviously is all like got that sticky concealer on it. So now I just got a stippling brush and I'm just like going in dabbing motions into my skin because that will help it go actually onto my skin rather than like sometimes, you know, when you get like smear lines, that I feel like that happens a lot with foundation, so I don't like using it a lot. And what I like about this as well, like you kind of like you still see like a little bit of blemish and stuff underneath, so your skin looks natural. For an event like today, a baby shower, I don't really want to walk in there with a full face, so that's why I'm just keeping it quite natural. But now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do my eyes. And I think I'm wearing pink today, but I'm just going to keep it quite natural. So I think I might use my Morphe palette. And I got this from my friends, so my besties bought me this for my birthday. And it's really, really nice. It's got like, I'll show you, it's got shimmers on one side and mattes on the other. So I'm going to like go in with a matte side. And I love a fluffy brush. These are just the Eco Tools brushes. I just really like them. And I think I'm gonna go with this shade here, which is quite like natural to my skin tone, but just slightly darker. And I like to just brush it on all the way up here. It's hardly any different, but I know that it's on there, so I'm happy with that. So just a little bit more. And I feel like even though it might look like the same colour as your skin, or you're not putting any product on, I just feel like it gives you a cleaner finish rather than like putting deeper colours straight onto your skin. And then also, because you know that you've put it there, you act as a little bit of a guide. So now I'm just going to put on slightly darker shades. So I've gone from here to here. And I'm not going to go all the way, just at the edges of my eye to create a bit of a hood. And then I'm pretty much like done. I just need to fill up my base here. But what I would normally do is put concealer there and then put on a product, but because today's not really like mad adventurous, I'm just going to put product straight onto it. But I'm going to use the flat side of this brush so I can pack it on. And I want to create kind of a natural look, so I'm just going with this light colour here. It looks very light, but it's not, it's actually very nude. So yeah, just pack that onto the actual lid. And because it's on a flat brush, where I'm not really softly blending, I'm packing it onto the skin, so it looks like a lot more pigmented. So I'm just going to go back into the fluffy side of the brush and just make sure it's all like blended properly, because I don't really want any harsh lines. My skin, I really like it. What I'm going to do now is put on like I'm going to say powder contour, but it's not, it's just bronzer. That's what I use. It's basically W7's dupe of Benefit's Hoola. But I'm going to take an angled brush. This one, believe it or not, is just from Primark. Really good brushes. Just dab it in here. I've really, really used that. You can see I've got another one that I'm waiting to open. But just down the side of my like cheekbone here, like this. Just nice and soft. I don't want it to be too much. I prefer to use a powder contour than like any liquids. Yeah, and just nice and softly put that on. I don't really tend to use blush a lot. In Huda's Glass Skin tutorial, she did use a blush, and the only blush I would use is the actual Benefit Sugar Bomb, which is really nice. It's got like kind of darker red shades, and it's quite pearly as well. I'm not about that pink cheek life. I try and cancel out any red on my face. But yeah, I feel like that's good. I don't want too much. I'm just kind of blending it in up here in my lines. I'll go down here a bit. Notice I haven't dipped back into the pot. I'm just using whatever is on the brush. I use this pretty much every day, so there'll always be residual what's that stuff called, products on the brush. See, I'm not very good at this, but yeah, I feel like my contour is quite natural enough. Because I have got like product here, normally if I was going to like a wedding or something, I would set it with my Laura Mercier powder, but because it's not that kind of event today, I'm just using this W7. I really like W7. I found this makeup shop near my sister's house up in Mansfield, and they sell this stuff really and it's really like quite affordable, but it's like good product as well that you can use every day. So this is like the FX Photo Finish powder, because I know we're going to be taking a lot of pictures today. So I'm just literally dipped that into my powder and I'm just pushing it into the skin where I did have a like wet product. I don't feel like I need a lot, so that's good. And now what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of product onto my nose, but I'm going to use my eyeshadow brush that I already used, and I'm going to use that similar colour here, the first colour that I put on here, because for my Morph palette, because Huda taught me a trick that you don't actually need to use contour for your nose, you just need to use a shade that's slightly lighter, darker, getting confused, slightly darker than your actual skin tone, which will help it blend better. So hopefully you can see, I'm not very good at this, so I need to look in a mirror. Just run it slightly down, and on this side as well. I felt like that's a bit too much product, you can see that line there, but that's okay. I'm just going to blend it out. It's already gone quite soft, and just take it down here. But then something that's going to help that as well, and I'm going to get my fingers back into this powder and just pop it here, which is going to help set this area anyway, but also then make it the line that I've just created stand out without it being too big. So I'm basically correcting it with the powder. I think that's softened now, but what I'm going to do is the brush that I used to set my powder anyway, I'm just going to go down my nose to kind of get rid of any harshness. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now I feel like my face is done. I don't want to put too much onto it, but because I'm quite happy with my brows anyway, because I dyed them, I'm just going to go in with a tiny little bit of product, which is the NYX brow gel. I love this stuff. Religiously, I used to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills dip pomade stuff, but I felt like this just works so much better. So it's quite hard to squeeze out of the tube actually, and I don't let it come out the top, I just let it stay into this little the neck of the tube, and I just dip my brush into it. I'm using a Zoeva, it's actually an eyeliner brush, but I feel like it works really well. And I'm sorry, but brows need precision and I need to get my little mirror out. I like to have a really like defined end to my eyebrow, but a soft bit here. So I start in the middle of my brow, so where I can take the product out. And that's that. And creating like a strong base underneath. And because I don't actually get my eyebrows threaded or anything like that, I just have a little tweeze myself. I think that putting like product on at the bottom creates like it cleans up any like hair or how they may look, because obviously I don't get them done professionally. I'm trying to use little movements at the bottom to create a bit more of a fluffy natural look, and I like strong harsh lines at the top, so that it's not actually like stroking any product on, but anything that's left on the brush, it just like pats it onto the skin, so it makes it look soft. And you can already see like obviously it's gone slightly thicker because I've got product on and I brought it down here. Now I'll do the same here. And then just light fluffy ones here at the bottom to just connect everything together so that there's no gaps. And then to create that kind of fluffy natural look here, I'll just make sure that it's all filled in from the bottom, but then tap my brush onto the skin at the front. Yeah, and I feel like that is very neat and even. I'll just make them look more like sisters and then twins. There we go. I really like, I feel like brows, I could go a whole face with nothing on, but I'd need a brow. Like I think that it really sets the frame of your face, and I've got a little bit of an addiction to always doing my brows or like putting dye on them or something. I've been talking, I don't really do this with makeup, so I need some water. Here we go, I feel like my face is all done now. All I need to do is put on a little bit of liner, highlight and lashes. So I'm going to do my liner, lash and highlight in that order. Eyeliner. I just used the Kiko, but this is an old one. I did buy a new one. Here it is. And again, I need a mirror for some precision. Oh, this is a new liner, so it's very wet. I start in the middle of my eye and take it out. Hopefully you can see. I'll move closer. Oh, bugger. I've just gone and put a big blob at the front of my eye. But let's see if I can correct this. Because I feel the pressure's on me now. There's a camera watching me. You were watching me. Oh, it is going to be a thick one. Not the look I was going for. It's been a while since I've worn eyeliner because day to day I don't actually wear it anymore. There used to be a part of my life where I'd never not wear eyeliner, and I've got some on my face. Just wipe that away. Push all those lines back into the skin. We're good. Okay, now to create the same thing on that side without getting too much on. There we go. I think they're quite even. I'm actually quite happy with it. It doesn't look too thick, like I thought it would, so that's okay. I can keep seeing this mark come through, and that's the only thing that I'm going to conceal again. And I'm going to take Buff, which is this one, and literally I feel like a little second layer is just going to help hide that. I don't need to do too much. And can you see? It's not gone, it's still there. I know it's still there, but it's less visible. And because I've just gone on with a bit of extra product, back with the powder. Oh, which is kind of breaking. There we go. And that is it. I don't really like wearing mascara either, just because it's not like I'm not going to a wedding or big fancy event, so I'm not wearing any mascara. I'm just going to a baby shower, and I'm gonna have highlight because that is everything. Now the highlight I'm using is this one. I've never seen this make before. It's called, I don't know if it's called My Mood or No Haters, I'm not sure which one, but my friend Rihanna bought me this and it's really good because it's got a little selection of everything. So I'll take the cover off. I really like using these two here, the goldy ones. That's a purpley colour. I'm not too keen on that one. And there's a cream. Huda goes in with a really wet beauty blender on the glass skin effect. This is not quite a glass skin effect look, but and she pats it all up the side here for a really like strikingly glowy look. It's not what I want today, so I'm just going to take my fan brush and put it in across both of them to get in like a natural look, and just go high on my cheekbone, just above it. Just get like quite a natural, like it looks strong in this light, that's because I'm using a really big LED light right now, but when I look in the mirror, like naturally, it looks quite okay. And I'm just gonna take my fingers and then go in underneath my eyebrow. I'm just patting it back in because obviously it's quite loose, the powder, but that looks really nice. I think quite soft, natural, and it looks dewy, but it's not quite actually in natural light, but on camera, I mean, it does. I like the way this highlights it's better than here. I don't know why. That's better. Okay, so now for my hair. Now, this is my hair naturally, and I have decided that I'm just gonna curl it. I use the Bombay hairstyler, and I used a really thick tong wand thing, because I just find that they're more natural flowy curls. So it's just really easy. I literally just roughly part my hair because it doesn't really matter how I curl the hair because I'm just going to brush them out anyway. But one thing I do like to do is just make sure there's no kind of like tangles in my hair because it's naturally wavy. So yeah, I just take quite rough sections and curl it. I like to curl my hair as well when it's like freshly washed because I think that it holds better. If I've straightened my hair and then curl it, I feel like my hair, the texture of my hair is too slidey and they all just come out. Sometimes I do, depending on like how my hair is, because I use the Philip Kingsley spray, my hair's quite a nice texture, but sometimes at the top of my hair can have really like big flyaways, so I might straighten the top. But I'll show you what I kind of do now when we get to the end, because I take the curler and kind of use the heat to smooth my hair down, particularly here. So like at the fronts of my hair, I'll pull it quite taut and just rub the curler over it, because that way it still keeps kind of some of the natural bounce to your hair. I think with straighteners, my hair can definitely go a bit limp. And I'm gonna just curl this bit here. With the top section of my hair, I just basically like to do one section that's kind of the semi-back bit and then one that's the front. And with the front I take a little bit more care. But this whole bit here, just so that I like all the hair to look a bit smooth on the top, this is what I do. Just pull it like quite, not yank your hair, but just pull it like so it's a little bit taut, and then go across it like this, and then just literally wrap it around. And then this front section, I just want all this hair to be smooth again, so I'm actually going to take a small bit and make sure it's smooth again, exactly what I did before, so it sits better as well when it falls. And the way this falls, I want it to the curl to kind of go away from my face. So bring it forward, and exactly what I'm going to do is curl it away from my face. And I'm just pulling my hair away as well from the like skull, so that it just naturally softens that curl, so it's not going to be like a barrel right at the top of my head. Yeah, and that's kind of one side. And I'll do the same here. Take all the hair that hasn't been styled. I've noticed the underneath section here is where I haven't been able to just look after these, like those bits that are just sticking out everywhere, and I feel like it's going to annoy me. So I'm just going to tuck that bit of hair away so I can have a bit more of a better look here. And there we go, it started to fall a bit naturally now. Yeah, and it's just gone smooth. So now I'm going to take this top section. There we go. And it looks quite a little bit ringlety at the front, but that's fine, because what I'm going to do is, before I brush it out, is just spritz it. This is the Leo Bancroft hairspray, and this is a flexible hold which I got sent to me. It's available in Tesco's, I think, and it's only like £3. So I'm just going to do a little spritz and go in on the ends, all in my mouth now. Okay, this bit here, try not to talk while it's spraying around. I just like to shake it up a bit at the root so it's not so sticky, and you can see it's already gone a bit big. And now I'm going to brush it out. So the brush that I use is my Tangle Teaser. I love a good Tangle Teaser. And literally, so it looks like you're ruining all the curls, but actually you're not. So you're just breaking them up. And then I like to just guide my hand through the curls, because then that sets the hair back again, like kind of like memory. So it will go back to the curl that it was from, like that hair, if you imagine, it will go back to that curl, but it won't tightly wrap around the hair. And again, this side. Now something I've already noticed is here, remember I pulled the tongue down and created that softer look? Here, it's the curl starts higher. Now I can either have a choice to make it come up higher here, or stretch this one down. And when I look in the mirror, I actually quite like the curl sitting near my face here. So I'm going to do the same to this side, by kind of taking this front section and just going back in with a curl. I feel like I'm only going to do 2 little curls here, at the top of my hair. I'm rotating the curler as well to kind of just get a bit more friction to the styler and the hair. And that curl is there again. And now I'm going to break out with my fingers this time, so I've got a bit more control. And there you go, there's a bit more movement higher up to the face, just like this side, so it's a bit more even. Yeah, I'm really happy with my hair, so I'm going to give it one last spritz. See, and you can already see, like, there's so much body in the hair and it looks thicker, so that's a really good tip if you have limp hair like mine. I'll just get rid of all this hair from the brush because that's a bit of OCD that I have, and I'll put it in this bin down here. Okay, now I'm going to set my face and I'm going to put a lip on. To set, I've got the Urban Decay All Night Spray. This is my favourite one. I have got the MAC setting spray, but I don't like the way that spits out. I find it spits. This one's a bit more of a spritz than a spit. So I'm just going to have a little bit of spray. It's nice and cooling on the face as well. And oh, I really like this look. You know, sometimes when you're just feeling yourself. That's me. And now I've just felt the colour on my foot, which is hot. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. That's safety first. Because I don't want to keep applying and I'm going to be eating and picking up drinks and things all day, I am just going to go for this new shade of Anastasia Beverly Hills that I bought when I was in Toronto, and it's called Poet, and it's quite a sort of a dark, it is a bit of a dark nude, but I'm going to use that on the outside first and then go in with a lighter colour, and I need a mirror, that would be helpful. Here we go. So this is quite mattifying. The only thing I didn't show you what I did was, before even filming this, I put a bit of lip balm on just so that my lips get a bit moisturised, and the one I used was Dr. Paw Paw, which only used to be available in Australia and it used to get imported, but now you can buy it in like Boots and stuff as well. It's really good. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I put it on quite lightly, and because it's like on a lip gloss kind of wand thing, you can line your lips quite evenly, and that's it. It's it doesn't look as dark here, but it is quite dark in real life, so that's why I'm going to keep it as just a liner, and I'm not actually going to take it with me because it holds very well, so I'm just going to keep that here. It just means less things I have to carry, the better. And this light shade, no, I don't want that one. I've got quite a few Anastasia Beverly Hills lipsticks. I think they're really good. I prefer to save them for like occasions because they're really good that you can just put them on and don't have to worry again. I think when I go to weddings and things, I just keep them on like once. I hardly ever have to apply. But they can be drying, so that's why I put a lot of lip balm on underneath. And now I'm just going to do like create like a bit of a highlight with this shade Lovely, which is a very light pink. And I'm going very lightly because I've been talking. I wasn't able to do it when it was a bit wet to blend it better. So yeah, just lightly to kind of mix it. And that's it. I feel like you can kind of see now, but it's got a very powdery texture. And just makes your lips look really pigmented. So yeah, I'm very happy with this look. I'm gonna get changed now, so I'll be ready. And I'm not really gonna wear any jewellery or anything like that. I just wanna keep it a really natural, soft look. And yeah, that's it. And I'll show you guys the end result.